High on Life is a bold and bizarre first-person shooter from Squanch Games, co-founded by Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland. Released in late 2022 for Xbox and PC, and later for PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, the game quickly made waves for its outlandish humor, talking guns, and a distinct blend of action and absurdity. Whether it hits or misses largely depends on your sense of humor and tolerance for chaotic storytelling. Set in a psychedelic sci-fi universe, High on Life follows a seemingly normal human protagonist who's suddenly thrust into a galaxy-wide conflict when Earth is invaded by aliens. These extraterrestrial invaders form a cartel that turns humans into narcotics. Yes, really. You become a bounty hunter, teaming up with Gatlians, sentient guns with quirky personalities, each voiced by recognizable comedians, including Roiland himself. The narrative unfolds as a string of bounty missions against cartel bosses, with intermissions that let you explore strange cities, interact with alien NPCs, and occasionally stumble into completely random side quests or in-game TV shows that parody real-world media. The story is secondary to the style. It's meant to be a vehicle for jokes, satire, and weird moments, and it does that with varying levels of success. While fun, lean more on spectacle than depth. Visually, High on Life stands out with its vibrant, exaggerated art style. Environments are cartoonish but detailed, with cities, forests, and alien terrains that feel alive and weird in a good way. The color palette is rich, and the character design ranges from goofy to grotesque. The voice acting is where the game shines, or grates, depending on your taste. The Gatlians talk a lot, and while some lines are genuinely funny, others can feel repetitive or juvenile. Fortunately, the game allows you to tone down how frequently the weapons speak. The soundtrack is funky, with spacey synths and thematic tracks that suit the bizarre universe. Sound effects are intentionally exaggerated to match the over-the-top aesthetic. The humor is the most divisive part of High on Life. If you enjoy Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites, you'll likely appreciate its irreverent, fourth-wall-breaking, self-aware comedy. The writing is full of absurd monologues, satirical jabs at sci-fi tropes, and bizarre side content, including fake in-game movies, commercials, and a full-length alien version of Tammy and the T-Rex. However, critics and players alike have noted that the humor often leans into being obnoxious. The game sometimes tries too hard to be edgy, and it rarely takes itself seriously, meaning emotional or plot-driven moments fall flat. At launch, High on Life had minor bugs and performance issues, particularly on PC and older consoles. Most of these have since been patched. The loading times are reasonable, and the user interface is functional if a bit cluttered. The game runs well on newer hardware and looks surprisingly good for an indie title, thanks in part to its stylized visuals and confident direction. Despite its polarizing critical reception, High on Life became a breakout success. It topped Xbox Game Pass charts, reached the top sellers list on Steam, and became the biggest third-party Game Pass launch of 2022. Its popularity speaks to the demand for creative, unconventional games, even those that take major risks with tone and humor. High on Life is not for everyone. It's loud, weird, occasionally brilliant, and often annoying. But beneath the chaotic exterior is a solid if simple shooter with a unique world and creative ideas. It's a love letter to absurdity, powered by talking guns, crude jokes, and spacefaring satire. If you're in the mood for something truly different and can tolerate or enjoy its brand of humor, High on Life is worth a shot. Super score, 7.5 out of 10. On-screen text, Super Plus, Creative premise and unique weapons on-screen text, super plus bold art direction and voice acting on-screen text, super plus genuinely funny moments and side content on-screen text, super repetitive combat and enemy variety on-screen text, super humor can be hit or miss and overwhelming.